8 games into the season, is maintenance kind of an issue now? Do you kind of think about that a little bit?
Well, I mean, maintenance is always an issue, especially with the guys that have played a ton. So we do a good job with that. I mean, we make sure that guys are getting the reps that they need, but it might not be full speed live reps. So depending on where they are relative to health, but we always take that into account.
Coach, I know defense allowing 500+ yards the last couple games. What structurally are we doing anything different for Notre Dame? You think?
It's a different game, different opponent. Obviously, we can't give up 500 yards.
Yeah.
Notre Dame does a lot of things well. We're going to have to, do some things differently, quite obviously. But I thought we got off to a good start today.
Coach, stick with Grayson this week or TBD?
I'd say it's TBD based on a lot of things, not because of the way anybody played or anything like that. It's just TBD. So it's just between me and the team.
What does this rivalry mean to you?
Oh, it's a great rivalry. I mean, you think about the past great games in this rivalry. The game back in '93 where they were number one. We just inducted Brian St. Pierre into the Hall of Fame here. He beat him 3 times. So there's been some great BC victories. There's been great games, and this is a good football team. Marcus does a great job with his football team, and I'm glad we have him at home, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Just looking back at the past 2 games, they've been pretty much the same score. Both have been pretty much decided by the same points. One of them's UConn, one of them's
Yeah.
a ranked team in the top 25. What does it say about both your team and just college football in general?
Yeah, no, it's look, a lot of it. Our guys are competing. They're fighting. They're practicing. They just showed up and had a good practice today. To me, it comes down to turnovers. We took the ball away very well against Louisville, but then we gave it right back to them. And so we have to continue to take the ball away when presented to us, but we have to do something with that after we take it away, which is something that we didn't do against Louisville. So we have to do a better job of that if that occurs in this game.
Bill, when Dan Henning was here, going back some years, he actually referred to Notre Dame as a mythological giant. And what he meant by that is it's college football. They're kids playing kids. Can you see how sometimes people might get a little too caught up in, it's Notre Dame, it's Notre Dame?
No, I have great respect for Notre Dame. I worked at Notre Dame for 48 hours, so long time ago, very long time ago. No, I have great respect for Notre Dame. I mean, I've been there. I've coached in the game there when I was at Georgia Tech. Worked out guys there. We drafted Will Fuller when I was in Houston. We had Nick Martin was our center in Houston. I have great respect for Notre Dame. The history of college football is awesome, and it's Notre Dame's a big part of the history of college football. So is Boston College. It's 2 of the only 2 Catholic schools that play Division I football. So it's a great rivalry, and it's an event, especially for the fans, and our players are excited about it.
And obviously you know what that means to this program.
Yeah.
It can actually be a bump for what's been a tough
Oh
year.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. It's it's not the year that anybody wanted, but we have 4 guaranteed opportunities left, and this is a guaranteed opportunity, and our guys are going to approach it that way.
Do you think where Notre Dame is now can provide a blueprint for where you guys want to be long term?
I think every school's different, Trevor. I think, I just think every school's a little bit different. So I don't think we can actually look at every single school and whether it's Notre Dame or Vanderbilt or Georgia Tech or Duke or everybody's different. We're a Catholic Jesuit institution in the city of Boston, so we don't really look at. We do what's best for BC.
Coach, on the note of the quarterback, I know there's a lot of things to weigh, whether that's potentially Grayson injury, but also Shaker, redshirting, but
Yeah.
also this point in the season you're at, okay, do I want to develop the quarterback position or do I want to stick with whoever's going to play the best against Notre Dame? So how do you weigh that, and what do you kind of prioritize at this point in the season?
What's best for the team is to do the best job we can of winning, to try to win the game. The wins are more important right now than anything else. So every decision we make relative to this game, the next game after that is about putting our team in the best position to try to win.
Coach, Jeremiah's pretty much a guaranteed first-round draft pick this year in the NFL. Just talk about, after giving up 300 yards on the ground, how big of a challenge that was.
Huge, yeah. Both backs. Jeremiah's great running back. They have 2 really good backs, and they do a good job. Their offensive line's excellent, huge, tough, physical. It's going to be a physical match. The strength of their team is up front on both sides of the ball. I mean, both the offensive line and defensive line are very, very good, very well coached, and yeah, we have to. If we're struggling to stop the run, it's going to be a long night.
Coach, when it comes to fourth down decisions, are you more of a gut guy or are you an analytics guy now?
You know, analytics is important. You know, we use that as a guide. That's what it is. It's a guide. You know, you have to get a feel for how the game's going, and so how your defense is playing. What's the weather like? How's your special teams playing? How's your punter punting? How is their returner? And probably 50 other questions that aren't involved with analytics. So analytics is a guide, but it's actually being in the moment and seeing how the game's going, how the game's being played. How many timeouts do you have left? How much time is left? How's the defense playing? All of that. What's the length of the yardage that you need for the first down? Is it 3? Is it 8? Is it 10? You know, what are your chances of making that play? Have you made any 3rd and 8s? Have you made any 4th and 8s? There's about 100 other questions that go into that.
Do you feel like analytics has maybe taken over too much?
What's that?
Do you feel like analytics have taken over too much?
No. I think it's, like I said, I think it's very important. I think it's a guide. You know, we use it as a guide. No, I don't think it's taken over too much. No, not in my opinion.
Coach, do the players know what's at stake? A tough season, they know what a win at home versus Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
How could turn? Do you think they're young though? Do you think they realize?
Well, we teach them. You know, we teach them what the rivalry means and what it means to this school, to both schools. And so we talk to them about it and the opportunity that they have and all that. So I think they have a very good idea. A lot of these guys probably visited Notre Dame. You know, whether it was a junior day or something like that. They probably went to see Notre Dame, went to camp there, you know, so they're aware of the rivalry, no doubt.
Coach, you mentioned recently that the school is committed to football. Just wondering if you could go into the specifics of that sentiment, whether, that means that the school is committed to more financial support for this program, or whether that's just alignment with your vision of this football program.
Yeah, no, I think we're aligned, Mac. I think it's a good question. I don't think it's a question for me, right? I'm the football coach. I'm trying to coach the football team to the best of my ability. I haven't done a great job of that yet this year. So I'm just trying to concentrate on Notre Dame. I would say that those questions are for people above me.
Any final ones, you guys?
Could you comment on Jordan McDonald as being a 24, carrying the rock 24 times for you in a game now?
He's done a great job. He's an awesome kid, comes from a great family. He runs hard, puts his pads down. He's a slashing type runner. He's done a hell of a job. He's on the scout team a short time ago last year. His story is really good and a great guy to coach.
What is one area of growth you've seen these last couple of weeks, and what is one area that the team still needs to improve on?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of areas we obviously have to improve on, right? We have to, defensively, we got to stop the run, obviously, better. I thought we played pretty good pass defense in the game. I think offensively, we got to come out in the second half and play better, and we got to take care of the ball better. I think our special teams have been decent overall. Growth, I think the team grows every day because of the way they approach. These are great kids that fight every single day. They come out. If anybody saw us practice, you'd see, these guys are giving great effort, and they show up to work every day, and that's a hell of a life lesson in and of itself. So, I love coaching these guys.